not closing out the linears.
The internet.
There's more. There are computer programs that can do that.
Like picture map.
Sure, photo map can do it. Yeah. That's not going to help you test it.
Snapchat. Seriously? I saw the.
I don't know if my cross got very interesting.
It's like the news.
Alright. The last section is just solving systems of equations with nonlinear functions. So the solution of a system of nonlinear equation is just the points of intersection. Okay? And there could be more than one point of intersection when we're talking about nonlinear graphs. Okay? So we're going to use both substitution and elimination to solve these systems. Okay? And then we are going to graph to make sure that what we found makes sense. Okay? So first, just like we did for the last two sections, we can start by determining whether a given point is a solution. Okay? And solution, remember, just means, is this a point where these two equations or these two graphs intersect? So I'm just going to plug 2 in for x and 3 in for y into both of these equations. So 2 squared plus...
If the students please excuse the interruption. Any senior that is attending the animal science field trip to Penn State today should now head down to the annex. Thank you.
Okay, so 4 plus 3 does equal 7. So we're good. Plug it into the second one. 5 times 2 squared minus 2 times 1 squared. So that'll be, let's see, 4 times 5 is 20 minus 2 times 1. Alright, so 20 minus 2 is 18. So that doesn't work. Right? 2, 1 would not be a solution to this system of equations. Yeah. Okay. So to actually solve a system, okay, let's take a look at example 2 here. This one says to solve by substitution. Okay, so substitution was where we solved one of the equations for one of the variables and then plugged that into the other equation. So I could look at this first equation and solve it for y. Right? Could just subtract the 4x over. Say this would be y equals negative 4x minus 3. So then I could take this and plug this in place of y in my other equation. So negative x squared plus negative 4x minus 3 equals 1. Well, now I just have a quadratic to solve. Right? So I want to get everything on one side equal to 0. So since my x squared is negative, I'm actually just going to move everything over to the right side. So add the x squared over, add the 4x over, and then add the 3 over. So 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. So how would I solve this? To the factor? How? Yeah, so we're looking for two numbers that multiply to 4 that add to 4. Right? 2 and 2. So this would just become x plus 2 times x plus 2, or I can just write that as x plus 2 squared. So I'll just have 0 equals x plus 2. Subtract the 2 over. We get that x is negative 2. So just like we've been doing, right, I'll take that answer and plug it back into one of my original equations to get y. So I'll plug it into the first one. So 4 times negative 2 plus y equals negative 3. Add the 8 over. We'll get y equals 5. So we end up with our answer is the point negative 2, 5. So what that means is that's the point where these two graphs will intersect. Okay. So if we graph these, and we can use Desmos, okay, or some graphing tool to graph these. Right? So if I pull up Desmos and I graph over the functions, let's say it again. Negative 3 and there's a line, and they just intersect at that single point. Yeah, we're going to graph it. Okay, but you can use some graphing tool. Okay, you can use Desmos to graph them, just to make sure that what you find as your answer makes sense. All right? Questions? Going down to West Virginia.
Don't hit any deer. There's lots of them.
Right, so you're going to use this. We're going to solve both of those with 1. So subtract the 4x and add the x squared. I will make